Alright, so this is a review of the Drop in the Bucket mousetrap. Here's the box form. The idea is pretty simple. You, uh, it comes with this piece here, and this wheel spins, and you put peanut butter on here, and then you have the ramp. And so you put this in your basement or attic, wherever you got mice issue, and the mice come up, and when they try to get the peanut butter, they'll step on the wheel and fall off. So actually, when I saw this, I was pretty excited because I was making these before. You can see this is the bucket I was using. I had like a paint stir, two paint stirs going across that I cut in, and I had two, beer cans going across and rigged it up with those paint cans with bolts and stuff like that. And it was working great. You pull out and you have like 10 or so mice in the bucket down in the water and everything. So it was working great, but it was pretty, junky and, not well made. So when I found these online, I was pretty excited about it. But honestly, the way they have this set up, it does not work. I got one mouse with 3 different tries with the peanut butter. I don't have video of them doing it or anything, but my guess is that they can stand on here and reach and get the peanut butter without actually stepping on the wheel. I actually had one point where they were able to pull the whole thing over, because this isn't, that you just set this in the bucket like that. So they were able to pull the whole thing over. So not going to recommend this product. Not a huge fan of it. Instead, I made another junky one. Hopefully this one does a little better than my last attempt. So what I did is you can see here, I took 2 cans and cut a nearly huge, drilled a hole and then peeled it out with pliers and made a pretty big hole. Did it on another can. And you can see on one of them I cut the top of it off. Used a can opener to cut out the tab where you pull off. So you can see this pink one still has the top to it, but I ripped off this brown T one and was able to push it over, so you get like a bigger wheel here, and a pretty solid. You get because otherwise you just have an issue where how are you going to support the other end. So I have that going on, and then I have a piece of PEX plumbing pipe. Just it's real cheap stuff you can get at Lowe's or Home Depot or whatever. Pack of bolts I had from another project. I think I got them at Walmart. So I epoxied the bolts on both ends here, and then screwed the bolts in. And I was hoping to be able to screw these bolts in as far as I needed to get this pretty nice and straight, but it's hard to get your PEX cut exactly flush and then glue it exactly flush, and then if that bolt isn't exactly lined up, then it's going to come in at an angle and hit the pipe, and then you'll peel the bolts off. So you can see right now it's a little bent. You can kind of see that. But I don't think it's going to really matter because of how big I have that hole there. You can see I think when a mice tries to get across, the peanut butter is going to be here. Walk across here, and then it doesn't take much to get this rotating around. Whereas, this guy is pretty nicely made, and again, that's why I bought it. I was, thinking that this would be a nice solution. It would hold up well, and all that. But I think they need to make a new model where, they, have a larger cylinder here and make it run up to like maybe here on both ends, instead of having these like long metal chunks. And I think that would be a better solution. Also, I'm not sure if they have this metal piece going from the bottom, and that definitely makes it sturdy and a nice product. But I'm wondering, again, I don't have video of the mice or anything, but I'm wondering if that they're able to like do some crazy ninja moves to like hold on to here while they lick the stupid wheel. Whereas with this janky design, which again, this idea wasn't my idea, and it wasn't Drop in the Bucket's idea. These have been around for a while. It's just if you can make them nice. But again, so like here, there's no way that a mouse could grab onto it and whatever. And like I said, I've used a different version. I think I had 2 cans. I duct taped them together, so it wasn't super nice. And then I had I like hot glue bolts going into these before there were paint stirrers. So, but again, that worked super well. Definitely solved the mouse problem for the for that year. I'm still trying to find all the holes that they're getting in the underneath the house and trying to find all that and plug them up. But so yeah, just quick review of the drop in the bucket. And a little quick run through of how I've made my own, how I've been making my own versions, and hopefully this one holds up. Otherwise, I'll probably find it all floating in there and try it again. Definitely the issue is just, I use JV Weld, so it's just a 2-part epoxy I have here. But so here's like one of the tubes or whatever. Definitely seems to be good stuff. Before I had a hot glue, which like arts and crafts or whatever, but it was working pretty good. But I actually sprayed WD-40 on things to try to lube them up and keep them nice and slick and whatever. But as soon as I sprayed that hot glue, it just like dissolved, like not dissolved, but it immediately let loose and just all fell apart. So I guess it doesn't say anything on the can about not spraying plastics, but at the same time it's not really talking about using it on plastics here. It's just saying metal thing, so maybe not a good choice. But anyway, hope this helps. Definitely don't recommend dropping the bucket, but I highly recommend you trying to maybe be a little smarter than I am at making one of these mouse traps, because again, they the issue with the regular mouse traps is every day you have to go out there and try again, and clean out the nasty mouse trap and put another one in, and if you got a serious mouse problem, that's going to take forever. Whereas this thing, you can come back and you'll have a dozen mice in there all floating. So thanks, hope this helps. See ya.